I've changed your sheet, sir. I hear you are to depart early tomorrow morning. Good night. Alright. So welcome to Cecil's bedchamber. What's happened to the king? He covets the crystals like a man possessed. And he'll resort to any means to get them. Nevertheless, I can't defy him. How could I cross the man who raised Cain and me like his very own? The chivalrous knight whom I have adored and admired since childhood. I will not betray him. I can't. I just love the tick-tock of the clock in the background, too. Cecil. What's going on? You just returned from Myst-erious and now you must journey afar to battle this Eidolon? It's not normal for you to be given such an order. Everything's fine. Cecil, look at me. In Myst-erious, we killed innocent people to steal their crystal. It was horrible. I suppose this is my fate as a Dark Knight. Soon I won't even feel remorse for my actions. You and I both know that would never happen. So I should feel guilt but still never dare defy my king? I'm a hopeless coward. The Cecil I know would never whimper like this. The Cecil I love. You leave for Myst early tomorrow, right? Yes, but you needn't worry. Cain is coming too. I'll be fine. Trust me. Please come back to me in one piece. Thank you, Rosa. But you know that I'm a Dark Knight and the two of us can never... Why? Is that some law or something? Dark Knights can't sleep with white mages? So, are you ready for some real combat? Always. Then lead the way. Alright. And in a callback to Final Fantasy I, the prologue concludes with a rather epic scene, wouldn't you say? And so the Dark Knight Cecil was stripped of his command as the captain of the Red Wings. He and the Master Dragoon Cain head toward the Dark Valley for the Village of Myst. This text scrolls a lot faster than Final Fantasy I's, I'll tell you that much at least. Seriously. Although it takes forever for the next passage to show up. The advent of the airship marked the realization of Baron's dreams, but also the birth of its militarism. What, they never had a military beforehand? They're a kingdom. Probably not a standing military, at least. With its Royal Air Force, Red Wings, Baron soon reigned supreme. Now, as monsters multiply and stir unrest, Baron only exploits its power to collect the world's crystals. Why? I don't know. We will have to play to find out. Well, I mean, technically I do know. I've played this game through before, but... The crystals silently shed their light. Alright, so now we are on the overworld. We have Cain in our party, who is a level 10 Dragoon. And he has... You know, he's left-handed, as opposed to Cecil's right-handedness. Left-handies rejoice. We get representation in this, which is awesome. So he has an iron shield, spear, iron helm, armor, and gloves, and his ability is to jump. So he jumps into the sky and attacks for massive damage. Alright, and he's in the same row as Cecil. That's fine. That's completely fine. Before we head out, actually, I do want to save real quick. Yeah, we're going to delete these. Yeah, this is from my last attempt to Let's Play this game. I didn't get too far, as you can see. But we'll go ahead and do this. Alright. Now let's explore the town of Baron. Let me open up my page to the right, or open up my guide to the right page here, because there is some loot in here, believe it or not. We actually get some loot. Okay. You wish to go to Myst Valley? You must head to the cavern northwest of Baron. I will do that. Just get out of my way. So we have the item shop called Sundries. If you're journeying far, you mustn't forget to bring potions, antidotes, and tents along. I think we're good on starting equipment, so we are going to go ahead and buy... We'll get 10 potions and a phoenix down, and that will be enough for now. So we have the inn here as well. Dancers wanted. Looking for cute, talented dancers. Interested parties apply within the management. Hey, are you a bad guy? You sure look like one. Thanks. So you notice how this looks like a door? It is. You just open that up and you get some loot. So we got some gnomish bread, a tent, and some eye drops. Sir Cecil of the Red Wings? I haven't done anything wrong. I'm a good citizen. I pay my taxes. Well, good for you. I'm not here for any of that. A fee? You're a dark knight. I cannot take money from someone of your status. Thank you? Oh, there's no dancers too. Duh. Said dancers wanted. I swear there's a dancer in Baron, though. There's a dancer in, like, almost every town. There we go. Found a potion. Alright. Oh, did not mean to do that. Alright, so here we have Rosa's house. And this is Rosa's mother or grandmother. Yeah, her mother. I hear the king and you boys are up to no good these days. Whatever it is you're doing, keep Rosa out of it, you hear? We'll try. I can't make any guarantees, but we'll try. Would you please get out of my way, though? Because I'm going to rob you. There's an item in here somewhere, I think. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Oh, no, the item's outside. So I'm not going to rob you, old lady. The item's right there. Found a potion. I sense that something bad will happen if the Myst is attacked. Beware the Myst. That's good to know. So yeah, this is locked. We can't actually buy anything there. The king is gravely mistaken in ordering his men to master the dark sword. Yeah, why don't you tell him that? It's locked. Alright, so this is Sid's house. Cecil, can you please tell my father to stop pulling all-nighters? He doesn't listen to me anymore, and he's been arguing a lot with the townspeople, too. Just because they're always bad-mouthing the king and the soldiers. I want to think there's something around here. Birds of the world. The history of shipbuilding. The principles of buoyancy. And nothing. And of course, Sid is sleeping. I did it! I built a new engine. Alright. According to my guide, there is some loot around here, but I'm not entirely... Okay, I see how we get to it. Okay, we gotta go over this way. I already talked to you, didn't I? Yes. Alright, let's go over here. That building over yonder on the west side leads to an ancient waterway that goes all the way to the castle. But I reckon it's always locked. Okay, so it's good to know what that is. Oh, come on. I swear we could actually... Oh, I see. That's what it is. Okay, so yeah, here's a hidden passageway. And there is some loot in here. There we go. Got a gold needle. And that one should have been a phoenix down. And there we go. Another phoenix down. Alright, that's not all the loot around here, though. What about you, kid? What do you have to say? Stop moving! Hey, there we go. I can't stop thinking about Dark Knights. They're scary. And by scary, I mean totally awesome. Yeah, he finally realized who he was talking to. No, I didn't spread any rumors about the king. Really. I'll show you something neat in return if you keep your mouth shut. So yeah, here's the town's dancer. In the original Japanese release, I believe it's implied that they're strippers, but in the Western releases, they're always dancers. Alright, so we go right down here to get the last bit of loot. Found a tent. And a bronze hourglass. And there should be one last thing in here. Oh, wait, no, I already got it. Okay. So the bronze hourglass casts stop. The gnomish bread is with the same effect as sight. I believe that's what lets you see the world map. There is no like shortcut to open up the world map in this game, I don't think, which kind of sucks. that you have to use an item or a spell to do it. But them's the breaks, I guess. So yeah, if we use it now... So yeah, you can see the world here with just our present location and Baron Castle and Baron. So you can actually see like the entire world with, I would say, 4 distinct continents. I could almost say 5. You could probably break up the big one into 2 continents. But there's like a number of islands and archipelagos and like really long isthmuses and stuff like that. Isthmuses? Isthmusi? I don't know what the plural is. But either way, it also shows like all the key locations, although they aren't, you know, marked until you actually go to them. We are going to go ahead and save again real quick, because we are going to head out to Myst and we're going to get our first taste of proper combat. Alright, so to explain things, Final Fantasy 1 through 3 were purely turn-based. You selected all of your character's attacks at the beginning of the round, and once you were done, you watched the entire round play out. Final Fantasy 4 introduces the ATB system, which would actually go on to be used in every single Final Fantasy up through, every single main Final Fantasy up through 9, and then would make a reappearance in Final Fantasy X-2. I don't think it's been ever utilized the same way since then, though in the Final Fantasy VII Remake we did get the ADB system. Anyways, the ATB system stands for Active Time Battle, and basically it adds more action-based and reflex-based commands into the game. It's not purely reflex-based or skill-based like that, but you do have a time limit to attacks, and that's what that bar down there is. That is the ATB bar, which as it fills up, you know, once it fills up, that character can attack. You can make your selection with them. They will attack soon after. It'll fill up again, like if they have a spell, because it takes time to cast spells, and stuff like that. And so the monsters kind of go the same way, where they're on timers. Their attacks are on timers as well. So it really, you know, makes you think more on your feet a bit more. And this is what the setting was about, whether it wanted wait or active battle. Active battle just means that the counters don't really ever stop. Wait means that the counters stop whenever you are in a menu, or like selecting an item or a spell or whatever. And I much prefer that because it gives me time to stop and think and assess my strategy. But some people prefer the active. Anyways, we'll go ahead and do jump and darkness to show off their special attacks. Well, one's already gone. And there goes Kain with the other. Pretty damn powerful right now. Anyways, we got 18 gil, 42 experience. And we got a Phoenix down, which is good. Alright, so items. Go ahead and organize that. There is no separate inventory for key items. They just pop up at the bottom of your inventory if you choose to organize it. Alright, so Myst is to the northwest. And of course, you cannot dash on the overworld, which sucks. Yeah, a lot of these early fights are pretty much just hold X to win. It's a common complaint of Final Fantasy games, specifically early Final Fantasy games, and, you know, that's the way it is. This game does also have random encounters, as you've probably already figured out. I will not be cutting most of them out. That is, like, the bulk of the game is random encounters. So it would be disingenuous of me to remove that from your experience. I will, however... if I do have to grind, I will do that off screen as needed. But for major gameplay, we're going to be sticking through this. And you'll notice for a lot of these battles, I do just hold X to win. So they go through pretty quickly. It's really more the boss battles and the more difficult ordinary monsters that you really have to pay attention to. But the beginning of the game is pretty damn easy. Technically, I could say like we're still in the prologue, pretty much until after Myst. But in reality, I would say consider the prologue done as soon as you leave Baron, because that's when you get control, proper control. So anyways, we have the Myst Cave here, which is our first dungeon. It is a basic dungeon. It's only got one map, but there is some loot in here, so we'll try to get all of that. Alright. Yeah, we've got Eye-Wing Moth and Larva. And these are still no match for us, or at least no match for Kane. Okay, so they're a little bit tougher. But it's not bad. It's like they haven't even attacked once yet. There we go. Alright, first bit of loot is coming up soon, I think. Of course, we got goblins, classic Final Fantasy enemy. Goblins and imps are like the most classic Final Fantasy enemies. Alright. I've always kind of wondered about goblins in Final Fantasy because clearly they have some kind of society if they have clothes and forged weapons, but we never hear any of it in any game. Turn back. What? Who's there? And of course, immediate fight afterwards. The larva. I just love that Kane's helmet is made to look like a dragon's head. Alright, so here's our first bit of loot. It is a potion. Alright, next bit of loot's coming up soon as well. It'll be eye drops, and then we have a tent and another potion to get. And then we get our first boss. Yeah, they really throw you into it pretty quickly. Bum, ba da da dum ba da da dum ba dum ba dum ba da da dum ba dum ba dum ba dum. Alright, and over here. There we go, we got our eye drops. And then around here, we have more goblins to face. But yeah, seriously, they have woven clothes and armor that you can see the pauldron, as well as forged weapons. Now, the weapons they could probably steal, but the clothes, somebody has to make that for them. Otherwise, it wouldn't fit. Anyways, tent. Alright, you got one more bit of loot. Oh, a preemptive strike. Which means that preemptive strikes in this game, the enemies face away from you at the start, but of course they flip back correctly as soon as the fight starts. And your ATB gauges are completely filled. All of them. Potion. Leave at once. Could that be the Eidolon of Myst Valley? Could be. So yeah, unlike Final Fantasy 1 and 2, and I think 3, I don't remember if 3 did it as well, there are specific save points in the game that you have to use. So you can only save on the overworld or at save points. You can't just save anywhere, which kind of sucks when going up against bosses, but usually you'll get a save point pretty close on. However, this fight is not going to be that difficult, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, Knights of Baron I see. Who are you? Leave now or suffer the consequences. Show yourself. You choose to ignore my warnings? So you can indeed say no, and you can go back through the Myst Valley and explore the world. However, all you can literally do is just grind up basic enemies and visit the inn and item shop in Baron. That's literally it. There are no other locations you can get to at this point in the game. It's much, much more linear driven than some of the previous ones. So we will indeed choose to ignore the warning. We have to get to Myst. We're not turning back. So be it. The mist is gathering. And here we have our first fight against the Mist Dragon. So we're going to go ahead and jump, and we're going to attack. We're not going to use Darkness because that sacrifices some of Cecil's HP, and I'd really rather not do that right now. This fight can be tricky if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't pay attention, if you don't prepare. Because this fight introduces enemy abilities and phases. And we'll see if it actually does that before I defeat it. Because again, it's not a difficult fight. It usually goes through at least one cycle before you can defeat it. But we'll see. No. Oh, there we go. Dragon turned into mist, and I just wasted Cecil's attack. So you can't... Yeah. You can't hit it when it's mist, and instead it counterattacks with freezing mist. which will damage you. So we're going to go ahead and use a potion on Cecil. And we'll probably use one on Kain as well. There we go. And you are going to defend. And actually, there's no need to do anything right now. Just wait it out because, you know, the Mist Dragon, when it turns to mist, it can't actually do anything. All it does is counterattack if you attack it. There we go. So now it returns to dragon form, and we can attack it again. It's a good chance to heal up, though, if you need to. I also love the fact that, you know, HP is shown in... Your current HP is shown in green if it is full. There we go. So we defeated our first boss and got 200 gil, 350 experience. Alright, and let's continue onward. We are going to save, just to be on the safe side. We do have a bit of story section coming up, but it's not going to matter so much. So we are now in Mist Valley, so it's time to go to the Village of Mist. Alright, nice little quaint town. The ring is glowing. This is the Cornelian signet. Uh-oh. That's a lot of bombs. That is a lot of bombs. I've always loved the fact that bombs in Final Fantasy are actually represented as a monster. Like, people will actually use bombs as bombs. So yeah, the town is being destroyed. It's on fire. Big explosion. What? This is it? This is why he sent us here? We've destroyed the entire village. Why would he make us do this? No, Mommy! Huh? My mom's dragon died, and then my mom, she... What? I've heard of such people with the power to summon such beasts. Summoners, they're called. Then, you don't mean that by killing that dragon, we've also killed this girl's mother? Seriously weakened. She may not be dead as of yet, but she's seriously weakened. The resulting aftermath of what's about to occur next is what kills her, I think. You killed my mom's dragon? We didn't know this would happen. So that was the king's wish, to annihilate every summoner in the village. That can't be. I'm afraid it's true. I'm also afraid we're going to have to get rid of the girl. Kain! We have to obey the king's orders. But she's just a child. You intend to defy the king? I refuse to continue any more slaughter in the king's name. I was hoping you might say that. You won't be standing against Baron on your own. So yeah, this is Kain's character arc. Basically, his main personality trait. He flip-flops throughout the entire game. He constantly switches back and back on which side he's actually rooting for. And I think that's why he ended up being the logo character. You know, because he signifies the main struggle of this game somehow. Kain? I owe the king much, but I can't disgrace the dragoons. So you'll join me? Yes, but we will need allies if we are to oppose the mightiest kingdom in the land. We will have to get Rosa far from danger as well. Thank you, Kain. Save it. This isn't just for your sake. Huh? This place is dangerous. We'd better get going. What about the girl? We can't leave her here. We can't leave her. We'll have to take her with us. You can't stay alone here, girl. It's too dangerous. Come with us and we'll... No! Yeah, not really surprising. You just admitted to killing her mother, basically. Come on. We have to go now. No! Stay away! Wait. I hate you. You killed my mom. So yeah, this is a story fight. You don't actually fight her. In fact, it's better if you don't. Go away! So yeah, she summons Titan. And she's not powerful enough to summon Titan, but only through the emotional turmoil of what's going on is she able to do it, but she can't control him. So he causes an earthquake that literally closes off the valley. Seriously. She's safe. Thank goodness. Kane? Kane! Yeah, Kane's gone. I have to get her out of here. Kane, I pray that you're alive. So yeah, see the valley which was open now completely closed off. Alright, let's save again. I know, I'm saving a lot. But there's a reason for it, because this next area is going to be a little bit tough with just Cecil. It's not going to be like truly tough, because literally our next destination is right here. In fact, we ended up not having any fights. I'm surprised. But we've made it to Kaipo, the village of Kaipo. And let me check, see if there's any loot around here. There is. There is one bit of loot. Oh, damn it. I have to find shelter for her, is basically what it said. I hate that it did that. It shouldn't have done that. But basically the way this game works is any button press will trigger like the next message, even, you know, using the circle pad. Oh, she looks very pale. Is she all right? Get her to a bed, quickly. She can rest here, free of charge. Thank you. So we'll explore the town in a second. Hey, are you all right? My name is Cecil. What's yours? I'm sorry about your mother. I understand if you can't forgive me. Will you at least let me protect you? So yeah, she is partially shell-shocked, and partially she does not want to talk to Cecil. I mean, he's basically a kidnapper right now. General. Oh, sorry. Cecil, I finally found you. Huh? Wait. I'm here on the king's orders. All summoners from Myst must be annihilated. Hand over the girl now. Now, what I want to know is, how did they know he was here? I mean, the I finally found you implies that they had been looking for him, but how long? Because we barely had any time. Never. Then you shall die. Well, that was a quick turnaround. Alright. Oh, I meant to do darkness, but oh well. It doesn't really matter. This is a quick, easy fight, too. You get rid of the Baron's soldiers, and I'm pretty sure the general will eventually run away. And of course the general is just a palette swap of the soldiers. Yep, retreat. Alright, we gained a level. Are you okay? Yes, don't worry about me. I won't let anyone hurt you. Promise? I promise. I'm Rydia. Rydia. Summoner Rydia has joined the party. Alright. So we'll check her out in a second. She's only supposed to be like 5 or 6 right now. You know, she is supposed to be a little girl. All set. Alright, so let's check her out. First off, let's move her closer to Cecil so that she's in the back row, because she is a level 1 summoner. And you can see from her HP, she is very weak. You know, only 30 HP. So let's go ahead and take a look. So she's got some basic equipment. Rod, leather cap, leather clothing, and iron armlet. She's right-handed. And she has abilities. She can use white magic, she can use black magic, and she can summon an Eidolon. So if we take a look at her magic right now, we can actually see she doesn't know any spells except how to summon Chocobo. So seriously, Titan, not something she should have been able to do. It was only possible because of the emotional turmoil of losing her mother, which is also why she couldn't control him. Alright, so over here we have... I can't believe Anna ran away. She and her father, Sage Tella, were very close. Alright, so here we have our sundries shop, but we don't need any of those right now. We'll actually see if we can't do some equipment. We have the pub. Quench your thirst with Kaipo Punch. I'm a traveling scholar. I want to go to Fabul, which lies east of Damcian, to do a little research. But some old man in the underground waterway won't let me through. I want to go to the Antlion's Den east of Damcian because of the fat loot inside. Too bad only royals are allowed there. So yeah, those are important things to know. Well, hello. We rarely have visitors these days, but with all the monsters running around. Alright, I don't think there is anything else in the inn. Yeah, I'm not showing an interior in the guide, so there's like nothing here then.